We also are pleased to welcome a longtime partner with the Fairways of Life show. John Claffey is joining us, who is the Vice President of Marketing at Tour Edge. John, what's up, my man? How's it going? How's 2021 doing for Tour Edge?
Crazy, Matty. Through the roof, kind of just on the heels of this pandemic boom that has happened in golf, which has affected everybody in the industry. But we were definitely positioned well to take advantage of all these new golfers coming to the game.
I saw someplace that you put out, it must have been social media or something, John, that you put out there that you guys had to open a new warehouse just to handle everything that's going on. How crazy has it been?
It has been crazy. It's the totally other end of the spectrum of what we were, became experts at dealing with how to get rid of excess inventory and how to move all the pieces around to try to do, have as best year as you can have. And, we've had 5 straight years of record growth, which is saying something on itself right there. But now it's crazy. Nothing really goes up on shelves anymore. It's container in, container out, just trying to keep up with the demand. So it's definitely been a different whole set of problems that come up, but it's on the good side of things.
It's amazing. I'm jealous because I think about the days when I was on the golf equipment side of the business, and everybody, we called them bins. Everybody had bins that had, the 60 left-handed sand wedges that you can't clear, whatever it was. How much is it? I know this is getting inside baseball type stuff, but how much is it now for you guys, John, where the stuff that you had is at like the lowest levels that it's ever been because people will take, anything?
Yeah, no, it's without a doubt. If you were to come into our warehouse right now, you would think, oh, there's something wrong. I think these guys may be going out of business, but it's empty in there, and you've seen it. It's a really large warehouse in Batavia, Illinois, where we hand build all of our clubs as well. So we've had to bring in a lot more people to keep up with the numbers that are going out. But yeah, it's who would have thought it, right?
Who would have thought it, indeed. Now, I want to talk to you about the new Exotics Pro 721 in a second here, John, because I saw the press release on it. That's why I reached out to Dom and said, let's book him. I want to find out what's happening with this, because it's a very exclusive line, folks, and we're going to get into the details of whether it's right for you, because I can already tell you it's right for the best in the world. I've been all morning bragging about our friend Paul Eels, who is amongst the leaders at the Senior Open right now. And at the Open last week, all he did was talk to me about his new Tour Edge driver and how much he loves it. And I was telling about this new Exotics Pro 721. That is the driver that he's actually playing. He's already got it, which you could understand as a touring professional. But before I get into that, I wanted to ask you about the boxed sets, because and hopefully this isn't a sore spot for you, because I suspect that they're completely sold out. But I wanted to ask you nonetheless, because I think it's one of the greatest products in the world. If you have a son or a daughter or a grandson or granddaughter or loved one that you want to get back into the game or into the game for the first time, in these box sets that you guys sell, you have everything. It's whatever somebody needs, it's already there and already represented. How are they doing?
Yeah, there was a major run on anything complete set starting about this time last year. And so they have been really hard to get your hands on. When you walk into PGA Tour Superstore today and you go to that section of the store, it's everybody has just kind of run out of those. We are finally starting to see them trickle back in, which is great news. So this is something where we had to run and, go make as many as we possibly could, and it still wasn't enough. So that's a great sign for golf. We call it our get in the game products. And so to have that much of a back order, where it was 6 months, where there was just nada, it shows you exactly what's going on here with golf and how many new people are coming to the game, which is a great thing to see.
It is a great thing to see, because those new people coming in the game need great product, and pound for pound, Tour Edge is the best in the business at that. TourEdge.com is a website, so you guys can follow along and look up any of the things that we're discussing with John Claffey, who is Vice President of Marketing for Tour Edge. Okay, the Exotic 721 line. This is a small batch micro-manufactured run, only 1,000 each, folks. John, what are you doing? Why are you guys doing it?
So the Pro 721 is just driver fairway hybrid, which is what we sell the most of anything. But this is our second go around where we're calling them straight from the tour van. We have had over 125 different PGA Tour players put us into play over the last 4 seasons, and we take notes when these guys tell us what they're looking for in future products. We really do listen, and we try to accommodate a lot of the feedback that we get, and that is why we keep coming out with these limited edition small batch products. We need them for tour. We're having great success already with our C721 line out there, and a lot of our other stuff. We've had I think 25 different guys play driver in the last 2 years alone, and they're just choosing that. So the C721, which is what is currently out there, is already one of the lowest spinning heads on the marketplace. We really nailed that with healthy launch angles, but with extreme low spin. Well, this is going to be about 400 RPMs lower than that. So this is for faster swingers. It's for anybody who has got that dreaded balloon ball and just is a high ball hitter, typically, with a faster swing is why that's being produced. But so these are compact heads, deeper faces. It's got extreme weighting to the heel and toe, so you can really dial in your flight tuning. And we brought everything to the party. We've got the Ridgeback technology on the driver and the fairway, and it's a new matte finish, which is really, really cool. And then we've got this really small, compact hybrid with a deep face, which is an 85cc hybrid, which is quite small compared to anything else that's out there. And that was, again, just straight from the tour guys saying, this is what we're after. This is what we're looking for. So, we try to do those kind of specialty boutique low spin, deeper faces. We try to do that for the tour, and then we make some available to the end consumer. And that's it. You're correct. It's 1,000 pieces per driver, fairway, and hybrid for this special release.
Very cool. Messages come in, John, as you know, while we're on the air. And Doc writes in, he's got the C721, 721 irons, and he says he absolutely loves them. So this is from somebody that's playing your product out in the marketplace, attesting to the same. And I love getting a chance to play with people and seeing how more and more and more of the product is showing up every place that you go. What I did want to do is I'm going to throw a speed bump into our discussions here, John, because you and I get all excited about this stuff and talking about the technology. I do not want to presume that everybody is familiar with the technology that I talk about with them on a daily basis, or you just mentioned without us going into some detail. So let's go down the road with that. First of all, the Diamond Face 2.0 technology. How would you explain it? How does it work?
Yeah, so they're diamond shapes that are behind the face. They're on all three of the new Pro 721. They're on everything that we make in the 721 series. So we brought it to irons for the first time with the irons that the caller is playing, the C721 and the E721. So basically, it is little mini diamonds that act as mini trampolines that behind the face, and they are of different varying thicknesses. And so there's actually on the driver, there's 7 different thicknesses that are interweaving in a pattern. And so it's basically a new way, kind of a revolutionary way of doing variable face thickness. And so it spreads the sweet spot to the outer areas of the face. Heel and toe mishits are now going to feel like sweet spot hits, and it reduces spin. It increases ball speed. It's just a great technology that we have now perfected into the 2.0. So this is our second iteration, obviously, and it works like a charm. It's a great technology.
When you discuss revolutionary technology, the Ridgeback technology, if you could explain, how revolutionary was that for you guys?
Huge. It's a support system for the face. It is really all about power and feel. We have really, really raised our game with sound and feel the last few years. And that is kind of a byproduct of being such a big player out on the Champions Tour and working with guys on all 3 of the PGA Tours and starting to go out to the LPGA Tour now and Korn Ferry. We're kind of spreading our wings a little bit there. But it's all about with those guys. If they hit something and it doesn't sound perfect, it's going to be handed right back to you. It's not going to get into the bag. So we have spent a lot of R&D time, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make sure that sound and feel is a priority, and the Ridgeback has really helped us in that arena. We get a lot of feedback that, hey, this is one of the best sounding drivers out in the marketplace right now. So for a $400 driver, that's really nice kudos.
It is
But yeah,
absolutely nice.
it started with the tour, and we've just kept perfecting it, and it kind of led us down the path of looking for something that's going to support the face and bring more ball speed on off center hits is really what Ridgeback does. I think everybody's getting to the point where center hits, you're kind of maxed out to what you're going to get there as far as forgiveness with the MOI where they are, the moment of inertia ratings where they are today. What Ridgeback does is really make it so it's in combination with that Diamond Face 2.0, it's really making it so the sweet spot is almost full face technology at this point on metals.
I love the fact the first time I saw you guys using the phrase carbon wings, and I love to repeat that often. Your use of lightweight that allows you to use heavier weights where they're most effective in the head, and it's going to affect MOI, it's going to affect launch angle, it's going to affect keeping a miss-hit shot more online, etc. It's going to affect helping a swing that may not be perfect hit better shots that are closer to the same. How much has that been, with all of this, part of that revolution/evolution?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand with Ridgeback. It really is all about today. It's all about moment of inertia, which I briefly brought up, but it's also about CG placement. Where can you get the center of gravity in the head to where it is ideal for the majority of golfers, and you don't have to make, 4 different heads, 5 different heads. They're just kind of becoming the norm. We're really looking to, cover everybody from the tour to your 15 handicap with this exotics line, as far as, you're getting exactly what the pros are getting. You're getting this low spin. You're getting really nice launch angles. It's kind of like that's the game right now is how good can you get, how high can you get your launch angle with having extremely low spin to keep it, from going offline and really tight dispersion. And David Glad and the R&D team, which has really grown immensely over the last 2 years. We brought in, I think, 4 new people into R&D. Just a huge focus there. They have nailed the CG placement with this Ridgeback and with the carbon wings. So it's kind of the perfect head. We're telling people this is the best driver we've ever made, and we really mean it. It's showing up on all the test results.
John, as you know, one of the things that I've loved about you guys for, decades since I first met the Glad brothers back in the early 90s, is the fact that your product is made to be within reach of everyone. We talk about it all the time, pound for pound, the best value in the game. But part of the preaching is also to say that everybody deserves to be fit. How much are these products that we're specifically discussing here today, how much can they be customized to ensure that they're perfect for each individual golfer?
Yeah, custom fitting is extremely important for us. We've really put a lot of time and effort behind making sure that we are kind of leading our portion of the market when it comes to fitting, which is, simplifying it a little bit. But we have 1,000 different locations where you can go across the country and get fit off of one of our fitting bags. And that's for, exotics, that's for hot launch. And basically we're trying to get you in there to figure out exactly what loft, exactly what shaft, and what size grip, the lie angles for irons. And you get that order into us, and we, even with the pandemic and all the crazy, sales and stuff being out of stock, we've been able to turn back our 48-hour program on exotic 721 right now, to where if you get that order into us by, say 2:00, it'll be at your doorstep within 48 hours. So it is a program that nobody else even comes close to doing.
Incredible.
Especially how hard it can be to get equipment right now and how long you have to wait. So we're really proud of the fact that we were able to turn that back on and get these, it's like faster than Amazon even at this point. So it's pretty cool that we were able to get that back going.
Obviously it's a part of promotion, but it also speaks tremendously to credibility because people are not going to put into place something that could potentially damage their game. Your boy Bernhard Langer right now, John, is 2 under through 2, 6 under overall, and 2 shots off the pace with 16 holes ahead of him to try to still make up the ground. Your stable is so impressive. So give me the numbers again. What are you doing in terms of wins, in terms of player penetration, in terms of the stable that you have that seemingly continues to grow, and it's got some huge names?
Yeah, it's definitely grown, and it's also really grown from not just being fairway hybrids and utility irons, which is where we started out there. So we started at the beginning of the season in 2018 was our first year going out to Champions Tour and saying, we're going to own this tour. We're going to stick our flag in it and really put all of our focus behind these legends of the game. Since that time, it's been 127 different players have put some kind of tour edge in the bag at some point. 25 of those guys have been driver, and that's all within from 2020 to now. So driver has been a huge breakthrough for us. We have about 5 sets of irons in play every week. So that includes Mr. Langer, that includes Kenny Duke, that includes John Daly, who's now playing 13 Tour Edge clubs just by choice.
Nice.
John just showed up, and said, hey, I heard good things about this driver, the C721, and he started playing the C721 irons. And in the first event he put it in play, he finished runner-up, which was the first time he'd finished that high in a long time. And so he showed up at the next event, and he said, I might as well be playing all Tour Edge, guys. And so we have been servicing him, but it's just really his choice to play 13 Tour Edge exotics right now, from driver to wedges. So that's been a really cool development that happened this year. Cool. So it's everything for us. It's not just the fairways, which a lot of people, when they think of Tour Edge, they think fairway metals. And they should. That's really where we, baked our cake back in the day. But we have expanded that to drivers, to irons, to wedges, and it's been a lot of fun. 12 wins, I think, since we started doing this thing. That's mostly on the Champions Tour, Korn Ferry win as well. But we still get guys playing us on the big tour. Still get some big names. We're, calling us and asking us for some builds, and so that's still part of the program, but really that focus has shifted to Champions Tour, and it's led to these crazy big numbers where we're getting about 20 to 25 guys every week in the field that are playing some kind of Tour Edge, and the driver has really been the hot thing for us recently, which is amazing because these guys aren't being paid. It means that every week we go out, we set up on the range, and we say, hey, put this up against your gamer. Let's put it on TrackMan. Let's look at all the numbers. Let's do a couple, look at a couple shafts, and within 2 days' time, they're able to determine that yes, that's outperforming what I'm currently playing. It's going into play. So just over the last 3 events alone, we've had 11 different guys choosing to play driver. So this is just it's not like a one-off phenomenon. This is happening over and over again. We're proving our worth and getting into play, which is quite a testament to what we're doing.
Dude, it is not one-off at all. We did the research. 127 different players have put Tour Edge into play in the 3 tours since you started your focus on the Champions Tour in 2018. The numbers have been as follows: 12 wins, 72 top 5s, 143 top 10s during that period alone. And folks, all of this can work for you as well. These are people who eat their meals based upon what they do on the golf course, and they're choosing Tour Edge. It may be the perfect choice for you for this whole variety of reasons that we have laid out for you. John, we are super excited about what you guys are doing. We love representing you guys. We love what you're doing for the game because you're putting cutting edge technology within reach of people and then making sure that they're custom fit for it. There's nothing else like it. May you continue to have success. Good luck with everything. And thank you very much for joining us once again.
Yeah, thanks, Maddie. Thanks for all you do for us and spreading the good word. You guys are awesome.